Good morning and hello everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome and thank you all for taking out time for the presentation today. And we will be starting our webinar in mostly within next 5 minutes. Please stay tuned as we wait for another participants to join in. Thank you. Once again, everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. So my name is Puneet and I'll be the host for today's webinar session. The agenda for today's webinar is to provide a light on the product edition, like our new application and the product plan of Tap Invest. So basically, as you are aware that Tap Invest is a marketplace for exclusive high yield fixed income opportunities. In today's session, we will be highlighting some exciting milestones and future developments of the product. Also, we will have a Q&A session, which is towards the end of the session. And please park any query or question related to the topic or during the session. If you have any question, we will be definitely addressing it by the end of the session. Now, let me tell you a little more about our speaker today. He has been driving the force behind the technology and the innovation that powers the platform, first of all. And he will share the insight on evolution of the platform and upcoming highlights and products regarding Tap Invest. So I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today, Himanshu Choudhary, our co-founder and CTO of Tap Invest. Over to you, Himanshu.
Thanks so much, Monique, for the introduction. We'll start right with the session. Hopefully my screen should be visible.
Yes, it is.
All right. All right. So the agenda of this, the agenda has been already clarified by Puneet, but we'll be touching upon uh, a little bit about Tap Invest. Then I'll give you a walkthrough of the platform, our web platform, and finally I'll be sharing some future product launches that are gonna come. All right, let's dive right in. Meet the founding team and our investors. Nishchay comes with a private equity experience. Soumya comes with uh, consulting experience, and I come with managing scalable infrastructure in advertising and gaming industry. Tap Invest has been funded by TurboStart, VCs like TurboStart, Snow Leopard, Upsparks, and by super angels like Kunal Shah, Kashyap Shah, Bipin Preet, and Mandeep. Uh, Financial freedom has been the focus of Tap Invest, and we bring you curated opportunities, which helps you diversify your investment portfolio, gives you scalable and predictable returns, gives you the flexibility and the liquidity at the right time. And all of these opportunities are in a risk backed, are asset backed investments. Hence, they are and the risk mitigation is done properly. Uh, Moving forward, I'll be skipping the slides. We'll just dive right into the platform. Uh, Puneet, hopefully my browser should be visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. All right. This is our landing page, and uh, we have, as Puneet mentioned, that we have recently launched our application, and you can find the links to our application right on the website. Plus, if you're using a desktop application, or if you're on the web, then you can also scan the QR code and at the bottom right corner to download on your app, download on your phone. Once you log in, this is how our platform looks like. Uh, we, if you are a frequent investor, then you must have noticed this new little information video that is playing on the bottom right corner. It helps you in case if you are new to the platform or you are new to bonds or invoice discounting or anything, you want for more clarity. These are quick introduction videos by Nishay. He explains in detail in a crisp manner how uh, how bonds work, how and what are different things, and how do you evaluate these opportunities. Right? You have an option to either dismiss it for now or you don't want to do it again. I'll just dismiss it for now to have a better view of the platform. This is we have touched upon invoice discounting product before this as well, and uh, a, a lot of you know about how invoice discounting and the details of the invoice discounting. The focus of this webinar would be bonds. Um, Bonds at Tap Invest are specially curated by us. We do the risk analysis, we study the financials, and we bring you the opportunity. We bring you opportunities which are, in our opinion, safe. They have a better uh, financials, and they they can better provide the fixed income or returns, predictable returns. Uh, at Tap Invest, the, the salient features of the platform are that we give you same day settlements, aftermarket orders, and uh, these all the bond investment and transactions are securely held in your demat account, which it can be your existing demat account. You don't have to open a new demat account for this. Uh, Scrolling down, uh, we see that these are the opportunities. How do we read this? Uh, this is Blue Smart. This is the ISIN that is uh, of this particular bond. These are senior secured bonds, and this is the yield, and this is the tenure, and minimum investment amount is this much. You see that these two deal cards stand out from the other deal cards. These are special deal cards for which is Kickstarter and Spotlight. Essentially, Kickstarter deals are deals which are uh, very which give you high yield. and have a lower minimum investment size so that you can just try out the product and see how the entire investment experience is. Sometimes we have some special deals and we launch it on our platform, and we have a special highlight that this is the spotlight deal. We'll go right in Blue Smart. This is the deal details page, which tells you details about the bond. Again, we have a product explainer video over here, which explains you how do you what are unlisted bonds and how do you read the numbers. Um, we'll dismiss it for now. These are the key big numbers that should be that tell you about the bond. What is the yield, coupon rate, maturity date, trustee, and how does the repayment schedule look like? So the interest is paid out monthly, and the entire principal is paid at maturity. This is further, if you scroll down, you have this entire cash flow schedule where we specify the date and the principal and interest component that you will be receiving. This cash flow is for one unit. So if I scroll up and let's say increase the number of units, so I can see this cash flow schedule updates in real time and shows you what will be your total return value, right? Uh, Look, coming to the right hand side of the page, we have the investment card wherein you can see what is the price per unit as of now. This price changes with time. Obviously, the later you buy, the better, the more uh, discounted price you will get the bond at. This is the investment amount. It's nothing but uh, units into price per unit. This is the total returns. This is your profit. This bond will be settled uh, on this time, and this is the yield. You have two ways in which you can make invest in this bond. Either you can click on tap to invest, and you can just complete the payment via payment gateway and invest, or you can do a direct bank transfer if you prefer that. Uh, Here, you see a card wherein you can contact our bonds expert of niche. If you have any queries about this bond, or you want to understand how this works or anything, then you can reach out to Avnish. I'll just proceed with tap to invest. If you are willing to invest larger sums of amount, then you can choose direct bank transfer if your investment size is upwards of 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs. I can choose any method to pay, but I will for now cancel the payment and go back to the investment screen. This is a short screen where we show the status of the investment. Going back to our investments homepage, uh, over here you can you all over here you can see that if you have any queries, your RM is just there. If you want any help of any source, you can either reach out to him on WhatsApp or just book a call or reach out to him over a phone call. Uh, we'll visit. So we are running a special referral program, which is special for Dhanteras. In this Dhanteras special referral program, which is we are instead of giving the cash reward which you are familiar with, we'll be giving 50,000 worth of gold. And this is the leaderboard that is as of now who is leading the referral challenge. And over here in this page, you can see what were your total earnings and how much you have earned this much in this month, and you have your referral link as well. Um, Most of you are familiar with the who have been investing in invoice discounting are familiar with wallets that we have wallets. Uh, Wallets is only used for investing in invoice discounting and not for bonds. Bonds has to be made directly via payment gateway or via direct bank transfer. We don't have the wallet facility as of now on the bonds investment. So if you want to invest in invoice discounting, you can either add whatever amount and add the money into your wallet via payment gateway, or do a direct bank transfer using this virtual account details. This wallet is essentially uh, this wallet is escrow backed virtual accounts with ICICI. So these are safe and are monitored by a SEBI registered trustee. Uh, After you are done with your investments, you can see your investments in the dashboard. In this dashboard, this is a new version of dashboard which we have launched. Uh, you can see all your products and investment into it, and your overall earnings, how much you have earned from your investments, your overall portfolio IRR, and what is your expected profit and your expected IRR as well. On the right hand side, you can see your upcoming payouts, upcoming completed payouts, and pending investments. I just initiated uh, Blue Smart investment, so it is in the pending state, and any recent investments that I have done. So this is the product that we have as of now. Uh, we'll move to the deck. Moving on to the upcoming plans, uh, we are planning to launch digital gold as a savings instrument on our platform. It will, it will be part of your in your dashboard. You can access it. It's going to launch soon. Uh, we are al- so we are also bringing liquidity to the bonds. We Most of the people in the market are have investment opportunities about buying unlisted bonds. But we are or we have also launched that if you want to take, let's say, take an early exit from the bond, or you want to you have some emergency and you want to liquidate your portfolio, then you can reach out to us and we can help you liquidate liquidate your portfolio. Currently, this is in beta. Um, and it will be open. It will be open for public soon. This is how your when we launch this. This is how this product will be. You can essentially choose the number of units and at what price and yield you want to sell, and you can just create a sell order, and then we'll try to uh, find a suitable buyer for this particular bond, and then we'll help you complete the transaction. We are also bringing insurance-backed invoice discounting. Currently, the invoice discounting that we have, this is this product will be a little different from uh, the current invoice discounting. Uh, this is essentially a pass-through certificate and is backed by insurance. Hence, this is far more safer, and obviously, risk to reward ratio is in the similar style. Uh, this is, I mean, in this you have 80% insurance, and this entire deal will be facilitated by AP Factors. Mostly, insurance covers companies which have a rating less than A, because A-rated companies don't practically require insurance. Uh, This will also have 10% FLDG. Essentially, 10% of the pool will also be bought by AP Factors, which means that uh, if any if there is any loss or any issue happen, any uh, default scenario happens, then 10% of that will be covered by uh, AP Factors, which means that your principal is completely safe and investors get 100% of their principal back. That's all for the webinar. Thank you, everyone. We can open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much, Himanshu, first of all, for joining us and sharing the insightful updates. And surely we have come towards the Q&A session. Himanshu, we see we have exciting questions already. And would you like to address the first question? It is by Arvind Jain. Hi, in last webinar, you announced that asset opportunities will be live soon in the platform, but now there is no update.
Uh, yes, Arvind. So we are still working with our companies, and we are trying to bring in the right deal for you. Unfortunately, uh, these deals have to be obviously meet our standard and have to be uh, safe, and that's why we are still evaluating, and it will come to the platform soon.
All right. So, thank you very much, first of all. And Arvind has another question. In bonds investment, if the principal and interest both will be received monthly, then it would be much safer for the investors. We have Hela Infra right now on platform. Would you like to share more insight, Himanshu?
Yes, Arvind, so there are different types of bonds live on a platform. You can explore the different cash flows. Some bonds are paying principal at the end of the maturity. Some are doing quarterly payouts of principal. Some are doing monthly payout of principal. So we have all varieties of bonds on a platform. You can pick and choose.
All right. So I hope this answers the question. Now we have another question from Lakshmikant. If I invest in a bond and on a weekend, I mean on a weekday, when it will be created. So probably he wanted to know on a weekend if I invest and on a weekday if I invest, when it will be settled.
Essentially, demat transactions can only happen uh, on a working hours, wherein it happens only on a weekday. So if you invest on a weekend, although the amount is logged and the investment is confirmed, but the demat transfer will only reflect in the working hours, which is on, let's say, Monday.
So we have another question from Suresh. What challenges did you face in building and maintaining your current architecture?
That's an interesting question, Suresh, and that probably it will be difficult to cover everything in the constraint of the time. But the major challenge that uh, we face essentially is the dynamic landscape of the entire industry and the constant changing rules and regulations. So you have to build your architecture and backends in a flexible way so that you are ready for any regulatory changes to be as compliant as possible uh, and quickly follow the new regulations as well. So building it is challenging in terms of that, and we architect our entire backend in such a way that uh, we can quickly shift and be compliant as fast as possible.
Surely, thank you very much. We have one question from Mohan. Is it single escrow account common for both invoice discounting and bonds?
Mohan, we currently invoice discounting is a product is only covered in the escrow account that we have. Bonds is currently not covered by our trustee. We are working with them, and we are working with them for accepting bonds as a product and facilitate their bonds transaction also via our escrow account.
All right. And Chanakya has a question. How does transaction flow take place in escrow?
All right. Probably, Chanakya, I think you want to understand about how money movement happens. So essentially, escrow account. We have our escrow account with ICICI. We have each investor has a separate virtual account or wallet uh, on this escrow account that we have. Uh, if an investor wants to invest in any invoice discounting deal, So they can load up their money into their virtual account and invest from their virtual account. They investors have an option to choose where do they want to receive the payout. They can choose to receive payouts in virtual account for faster reinvestments, or they can choose to receive payouts in their bank account as well. So in case if you've chosen to receive your payouts in a bank account, then we collect the money from the companies in our escrow, and then we just settle it into your bank account from these escrow accounts.
So I hope that also answers your question. And moving on to the next one, we have Ishwara Murthy is asking, please explain the taxability of bond investments.
All right. So Ishwar, the taxation is on the interest component of the bond. So as you must have seen in the cash flow schedule, we have a principal and an interest component. So you pay a flat 10% TDS on the interest that you have earned. I hope that answers the question. If you have any further question on the taxation bit, you can post it over here.
Surely. So moving on to the next one, we have Harish Jain. He has asked, can we get the checklist of the due diligence performed by Tap Invest while onboarding suppliers on the platform?
Surely, you can get. We can share this checklist. Uh, you can reach out to your RM, or I'll ask the RM to reach out to you and share this checklist.
So Mitesh is asking what we were presenting. When is Tap Assure coming?
Tap Assure should be coming in the next month. We are working with AP Factors for a tranche, and they obviously need to create this deal, so they are curating the relevant suppliers and invoices. Most likely, this should go live mid-November on a platform. I mean, the deal will be there. We'll obviously open it up for sometime sooner so that you can obviously read about the details of the deal and you can form your opinion and probably invest.
Sure. So we have Mitlesh. He has asked, while XIRR is good for comparison, uh, but this does not give the real-time return information. How to know actual analyzed return on bonds with part repayment or monthly interest? Can you incorporate such calculation for offered bonds?
Sure. So there are various ways in which people look at the return value. For some, XIRR makes sense. For some, there are other mechanisms that you use to evaluate bond opportunities or investment opportunities, which is why you can download the cash flow schedule from a platform in an Excel format and probably use whatever method you like, and you can calculate returns basis that. Also, we are internally working on bringing more such methods so that we show different, let's say, CAGR, analyzed return, ROI, all these numbers so that all the numbers are just there so that you can make faster opinions and invest.
That's actually great. So Harish is asking how pass-through certificates are safer and what will be the return on it.
So PTCs are essentially PTCs, or password certificate, are essentially a structured product. Hence, uh, they are safer. Plus, there is an actual insurance behind the entire deal. So the entire invoices pool is insured. Plus, there is a FLDG clause wherein 10% of the loss will be covered by AP factors as well. All of these three things makes the PTC product sort safer. The return obviously will be lower than the regular invoice discounting product that we do on a platform. Uh, it will be in the range of 10 to 11%.
Okay. The Mehak has asked, any future plan on new products?
As of now, our primary focus will be on these two products. We are also bringing digital gold, but that will be just a savings instrument. Right now, these are only in the plan. We are not. I mean, if we think of a better, if we find any better opportunity which our investors base will like, then we probably get them also.
Okay. So Harsh has asked, can we get access to financials of the supplier who come for invoice discounting?
Of course, Harsh. So I had actually missed showing the deal docket section on our website. If you go open up any deal details, you would see there is a deal docket document that you can download. Actually, I'll just share right away.
Thank you.
Hopefully, you should be seeing my dash then. So let's say you're talking about invoice discounting, right? So if you go to invoice discounting, there is a deal detail document. Uh, if you look at this is a detailed report that our investment analyst team creates to inform or give a better deep dive into the company's details, their vision, mission, founders, and also we include their financials as well. You can uh, we have their entire business model, and then we have a section on financial performance, their historical performance with relevant table and uh, obviously indicators for profit and loss, upwards trend or downwards trend. You have a snapshot of the financial statement, the P&L statement. So all of this is there in the deal detail page. This is a comprehensive uh, i- uh, list of things that you can find on this document. You can do a thorough analysis of the company's financials this way. This in this is also available on bonds. So let's say you see Blue Smart. Blue Smart also we have obviously we are doing thorough analysis on these companies' financials. So this is all the details about Blue Smart bond.
Thank you very much. This is definitely required before going through a purchase of for investors. Now coming to the second question. Next question is from Ramakrishna. For invoice discounting opportunities, NASH repayment is mentioned. I presume as risk mitigant. Please explain how it helps investors.
All right. Um, so Nash is essentially a auto debit facility that you can set up on your client on anybody's bank account. All right. Uh, so to ensure future repayments, future payments, we set up a Nash with them so that we have an approval of the sanction limit that we have given them, the amount that we are raising, and we have an approved limit. So at a future date, we can debit that amount and collect it from the company. This ensures because whatever investment amount that we have raised on our platform, it is already guaranteed that we'll get it in the future using the match mechanism.
And we have Mohan Kumar, approx time frame for single escrow account to handle both invoice discounting and bonds.
Um, this this is a little. I mean, we are working with Trustee proactively, and we are working with them before we introduce bonds. I can't give a timeline to this, but I mean, maybe I would want to bring it as soon as possible on our platform because it is far more convenient to just use one escrow for both the products.
I missed a question earlier. There was another question from Ishwara Murthy. Bonds investment returns are considered as regular income or capital gain. It is cap. Would you like to update on this?
It is considered as a regular income, and it
Okay.
is, yeah.
And what is Tap Assure?
Tap Assure is the PTC product that I was talking about, and we were calling it Tap Assure, but it is essentially the insurance-backed invoice discounting deal that we're talking about.
Okay. And Mitesh is asking, what is the benefit of reinvestment?
So reinvestment, we have found a pattern with our investor base that people typically reinvest their invoice discounting payouts. So if you like a company and you want to stay invested in that company for, let's say, a longer term, let's say it's a 60-day deal, but you want to park your money for 6 months, you want to rotate the money, right? In that case, you can just choose reinvestment, or you can just turn the reinvestment button on, and as soon as you will get the payout of that deal, it will be automatically reinvested into the future deal at the same IRR, at the same or higher IRR, and for the same tenure. So it helps you. Obviously, it sort of helps you keep the money rotating for a longer tenure. Plus, I mean, you reinvest the paid out money as soon as possible without loss of a day's interest as well.
Okay, so there is one more question. Ishwar Murthy has asked, Let's Transport seems to be a loss-making company. On what basis TAP has onboarded them? Okay, this is something related to the financials where the relationship manager and the business team would be able to check and give an accurate answer. However, would you like to provide any insight on this, Himanshu?
Uh, Indicators, I mean, we proactively keep on looking at the company financials. We do a constant refresh on them quarterly and monthly financial statements as well. And if we find uh, any red flags in their financials, then obviously we stopped doing deals with them. Our risk team hasn't found out anything as such. Hence, we have not we are still continuing with the deal. Plus, we are actively in touch. We are in actively touch with everybody uh, from the company as well. So I mean, if it will be a risky, then obviously we'll be devote on the platform as well.
Okay. Definitely, if you have more questions or query, you reach out to your relationship manager. They can give more information towards your queries as well. And we have next question from Ramkrishna. Nash is just mechanism of distributing payments. Key question is who gives the guarantee?
Okay, so when we set up Nash, we actually set up the Nash with the company who is going to pay the invoice. So in our case, let's say if the repayment has to be made by Let's Transport, then we set up a Nash with Let's Transport. So it is on their bank account, and hence the company who is liable to pay guarantees that they are going to the payment is guaranteed by this mechanism.
Surely. And Nag Nagarjuna has a question. Why don't we have asset leasing deals now? Are there plans to bring them back soon?
We have answered this question earlier. Yes, asset leasing will be back soon. We don't have any asset leasing deals because uh, essentially there has to be a demand for raising capital from the company's end as well. So right now we are we don't have any such clients who want this raise fund money via asset leasing deals, but uh, sure they'll be back soon on our platform.
Thank you for answering this again. I believe he joined a bit later.
That's
Uh,
fine.
Mitesh is asking, during reinvestment in IRR, is IRR decrease?
Uh, no, Mitesh, if you are reinvesting, if you have if you've chosen to reinvest your payouts, then uh, we only reinvest in a deal which gives you uh, same or higher IRR. We don't reinvest if, let's say, we don't have any deal with uh, same IRR. So let's say if you have chosen to reinvest in Let's Transport for, let's say, 14%, but uh, when your payout comes, there is no 14% Let's Transport deal available, and we only have 13.5% or 13.8%, then your reinvestment will not be fulfilled, and your money will remain in your wallet. So you can either invest somewhere else or you can withdraw.
Right. Surely. Nagarajuna has asked a question. Are there plans to bring real estate backed NCD investment opportunities?
We definitely have an eye for real estate backed NCD opportunities, but uh, we are not able to find uh, uh, a good NCD which is not way too much risky. Hence, we we have not brought it, but we are definitely looking at this segment as well, and we'll bring them as soon as we find a good opportunity.
So Ankit is asking, Blue Smart is better or Hella Infra? Definitely, we giving a answer to this would not be possible because the financials and the information of the company has to be checked, and we can definitely provide those information to you, and you can also go to the website and check and reach out to your relationship manager and take a decision on the same. I believe that would be a good idea, Himanshu, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, Puneet. We can't answer this question right away. We'll have to understand what's your risk appetite, and I mean, it has to both investment opportunities are good in our opinion, hence they are on our platform. But you'll have to choose what cash flow do you want, what IRR do you want, how is it suiting your risk appetite or not. We can obviously have a detailed discussion with RM, and your RM can help you choose uh, which bond is better basis your preference.
Surely. And a question from Mitesh, how asset leasing works?
Uh, Essentially, asset leasing is a mechanism in which companies raise capital to convert their capital capex to opex. Essentially, what happens is, let's say, uh, Blue Smart is planning to uh, open up or planning to launch in a new city, and they want 1,000 vehicles. Obviously, uh, if they buy these 1,000 vehicles the right on the upfront, so it'll be a long. It's a huge debt that the company is going to take. It's a huge upfront payment that they have to do, right? Instead, what they can do is that can help Blue Smart raise funds for these 1,000 vehicles. We can list these 1,000 vehicles on a platform, and investors can choose to buy units of these vehicles. Let's say an investor comes on platform and buys 2 units of this vehicle, and investor agrees, the company agrees to pay a monthly rent to the investor, right? For a fixed tenure. So let's say you invest 1 lakh rupees, and company pays, let's say, 5,000 rupees for next 12 months. Uh, and then at the end of the tenure, there is a certain buyback value at which the company assures you that they'll buy back the asset from you at a fixed price. So this helps the company avoid the upfront payment, plus investors earn a monthly fee for leasing out this asset. I hope I have answered your question. I and if you want further detailed explanation, we can connect offline with the RMs.
Yeah, that's a great option as well, directly speaking to the CTO. And we have another question, Rahul. What's the risk associated with the invoice discounting? What happens if they default any insurance if we have like Arzu defaulted on another platform? Would you like to share any insight here?
Um, Obviously, we do our best to avoid such scenarios. We have multiple uh, guarantees uh, with the company for which we are raising capital in the inverse discounting mechanism. We have uh, NAShes, we have UDCs, and we have several mechanisms in which we ensure that the payment comes to us. Plus, we do a proactive analysis of the financials to avoid a case like Arzu. Uh, we were earlier, we also were, we had onboarded Arzu a year back, but we stopped doing uh, fund business with them because obviously their financials were not making sense. So we take several measures to avoid scenarios like this. There was a question earlier asked, what is the checklist of different points that we considered while doing an analysis? Rahul, you can get in touch with your RM and your RM can share exhaustive list of things that we check in the company financial for uh, for building a comfort.
Surely. So I believe we are done with the Q&A session, and we are towards the end of today's session. Would you like to add anything else before we wrap up? Okay, we have one more question. Uh, what happens when it is defaulted? Rahul Pandey is asking.
Um, when when uh, when the default I mean, we haven't had that scenario fortunately, and we are doing active measures. But uh, when it defaults, we'll take a recourse at that point of time, and we ensure we have several uh, asset guarantees as well, and we liquidate those assets to ensure investor money is uh, guaranteed back or given back.
Murthy is saying it's very informative. Thank you very much, first of all, for your participation. And thank you, Himanshu, for sharing everything. We have one more question from Mitesh. Is there any cashback on investment amount?
Uh, Mitesh, I am. There is no cashback as such. There is a referral program that we are running, wherein if you invest, I mean, if you bring your referees onto the platform and if your referees invest, then both of you earn 500 bucks. That's a referral program that is being running, but there is no cashback. That is only one-time cash that is being given on the first investment, but we don't have a cashback program as such.
Surely. So referral program definitely does help uh, both the company as well as the investor. And so we don't have any more questions for now. Anything else you would like to add, Himanshu, before we wrap up today?
I think we have touched upon a lot of points and topics. I don't have anything further to add.
Okay. So just one question I received directly to host, which is how does platform handle high volume of transactions? Like we have seen issues where transactions we had to keep it disabled.
Oh, uh, okay. High volume of transactions. Essentially, our entire backend is hosted on a scalable infrastructure. We are using AWS as a cloud provider, which is the best in the market. Our entire backend is built on scalable microservices, hosted on obviously cloud. So and we have auto scaling set up. So let as soon as we see a high volume of transactions, our auto scaling kicks in and we add more capacity on the fly to serve the traffic. So that's how we ensure that we are able to keep up with high traffic and transactions.
Okay. So one more question we have received from Mitesh. Which one is more secure, bonds or in ID?
Uh, Both, I mean, it depends on the perspective which you're looking. I mean, bonds and ID both can be risky for all, and it can be safe for all. I mean, it depends how you're looking at and what's your risk appetite. So, I mean, we will not be able to comment on that.
Surely. So, another question of Gautam is, day back I faced a ICICI escrow account issue. I am not able to withdraw from my wallet. Gautam, as a part of support team, I handle and I'm taking care of transactions as well from customer queries. I would request you to share some more details with us to support directly, where we can check the details because if there is a failed transaction, definitely it should be reversed. If there is some other issue, our engineering team is always here to help. However, anything else you would like to add, Himanshu, here?
Um, Gotham, it could be a temporary glitch that you must have faced, but withdrawals are seamless and it usually works. Uh, there must be something uh, particular for the in this case. You can, as Puneet said, you can share more details, platform, and probably we can help figure out what the issue is. I hope your withdrawal was that you were able to withdraw from your wallet later on.
Even if you were not able to, Gotham, we really want a best experience for everyone. Please reach out to us and we will surely assist. Okay, we have another question, uh, which is much riskier, bonds or invoice discounting or asset leasing?
Again, I mean, my answer remains the same. Risky, risk word is very personal and it depends on how you perceive risk and what's your risk appetite. So, some all of these products can be risky for some investors and all can be safe for some investors. So, depending on your risk appetite, uh, it, it is you classify them as risky. I think Gautam's issue is not yet resolved. Puneet, let's to this, speak to Gautam and help him resolve this issue.
Surely, Gautam, we will try to reach you directly and assist you over the query. And in case with your name we are not able to find, if you have joined in with another name, then we would request you to please reach out to us to support, and surely we are there to assist. We are done with the quick Q&A session, Himanshu. Thank you very much. This was really very exciting. I did not think that we will have so much query, but since this was so interesting webinar, and we have a lovely participants, first of all, inquiring as an investor. So uh, we will be going towards the end of the session, first of all. And if you still have any question or query, please do reach out to support, or anything if you want to know about process or product, definitely reach out to your respective relationship managers. We all are here to assist you further. It was my pleasure sharing the journey, and thank you very much, Himanshu, first of all, for giving your time and sharing the insights with us. And anything else that, Himanshu, you would like to say?
Uh, Nothing,
All right.
Puneet, nothing from my end.
Thank you for your time and thank you, everyone. Do have a great day ahead, and we will definitely look forward to see you guys again. Have a good day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.